So Tina actually hasn't existed for very long. There was a female side to me when I was a teenager, probably from the age of 12 or so. So probably the beginning of puberty. But actually Tina, the funny story about that is that I went for my first big makeover to a place in Melbourne. I walked in and the lady said to me, "Okay, what's your name?" And I said my real name. And she said, "No, your female name." So I haven't got one. And she said, "No, you have to have one. You're a different person when you're your female self." So I immediately thought of Tina. And the reason why is because I can't go into too much detail, but I had a band and we made this hype about ourselves, this history, an amazing history. And we created a Facebook page and put it on there. And then we created these fans who would follow the band and give all these stories about their encounters with the band and the gigs they've been to and stuff, all made up. And the person who I created as a fan to do all this stuff was Tina. And this is way before I started doing my proper dressing. So when I saw this person and they asked the name, it was the name that came to mind. It was quite an interesting little story that I had never intended to be this person, but she existed. The origins of my cross-dressing, I'm not sure what they were. Like, I know that when I was very young, probably, I would say 8, that I was aware of my elder sister's friends and some of them were gorgeous and I fancied them, but I was only 8. I think from that stage, I looked at women and looked at what they looked like, and I always liked women in clothes more than with nothing on. And I guess when I was about 12, I started trying on my sister's clothes and things like that. It was really strong in me as a teenager, but I got in trouble. So I stopped and started and stopped and started, and then grew up, got married, suppressed it, always in my mind, going to sleep at night, thinking about it, but in the daytime, my normal life, just behaving as a man and being like a man. But it's just something that now things have developed the way they are. I just felt I had to do and make the most of it while I could. I've been with my wife for a long, long time, and nothing ever came out. Nothing came out. She caught me with a pair of her clip-on earrings once and wondered what the hell was going on, but we didn't say anything. I put them away, and that was it. That's the only time, and that would be probably 20 years ago. I just decided to tell her. There was a certain point where I had an opportunity to do a lot of dressing. She wasn't around, and I thought, yeah, and I went online and got all these clothes and makeup and did a load of it and took some photos, and I looked horrendous. But it was like, okay. And when she came back, I said, I'm a cross-dresser and I'm going to do my cross-dressing. I didn't ask. I said, I was determined I'm going to do it. But also, I know her. She's very tolerant woman in a lot of the other things I've done in my life. Not bad things, good things, but she's always allowed me that kind of freedom. So I felt there was a good chance she'd be okay. Actually, she's less okay than I thought she'd be. I can tell it's stressful for her, but she still helps me, and I love her even more. She buys me clothes and helps me with stuff, and if she doesn't want to see me, she doesn't see my pictures or anything like that. The more she supports me, the more I love her, and I try to be the best husband I can at the other times. Yeah, my kids do support me, but I expected them to be more, let's have a look, Dad, let's see what you look like, and that kind of thing, but they're not. They're very much like their mother. It's like they've had this perfect couple who've brought them up, and they don't want the illusion shattered. So they don't want to see me. I mean, I'll get around sometimes, so I might bump into one of them. But no, it's a wee bit of a disappointment in a way. But I'm good. I'm cool. I have a couple of friends who I trust implicitly, who know, but only two who would know me in my male guise as well as my female. It's a mixture of things. One is that the more you tell people, the more, exponentially it's likely to get out. And the second thing is that, do they need to know? It's something I want to do. I have plenty of other friends. My wife and my kids know. Is there a need for people who've known me for 40, 50 years to know that this is what I do? I'm torn. There's a couple of friends who I'm very close to who I know would be supportive. It kind of would be nice to be able to put those two sides of my life together in some way, in some place, but I'm not sure it's going to have a benefit, so I haven't done it.